Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and it's going to be on my EDC pocket organizer. Uh, I This is the second time I shoot this video. Went over the 10-minute mark last time, so I'm going to try and get everything done within the 10 minutes. So if it feels a little rushed, I'm sorry. Just trying to get it in there. For size comparison, I've got the Maxpedition EDC pocket organizer here. This is the Condor version. This is the Maxpedition one in the khaki. The Condor version is in the ACU digital camo, and again, it's just for a size comparison. And yes, this one does have an Oakley patch on there. I am an Oakley fanatic, so it's got Oakley on pretty much everything. This one right here has, like I said, it's the ACU digital camo. It's got these straps in the back, which makes it real easy as a carrying option. You can either thread your belt through there, you can unsnap this and snap it onto your belt, stick it in your cargo pocket, or just carry it on the top right there. Alright, so let's start the review here. On the outside in this mesh pocket, I have a Gerber clutch. And I'm not going to be reviewing everything, I'm just going to kind of be showing it to you, just so you guys can see what I carry. But Gerber clutch, it's a small multi-tool. A lot of people pretty much have a multi-tool on them, so they know all the ins and outs of the multi-tool, so that's it. Getting into the actual EDC pouch, open it up. As you can see, it fits quite a bit of gear in there. So let's start with right here. I have a industrial super permanent ink Sharpie. Comes in handy if you need to write stuff down on boxes, on walls, on pretty much any surface. It'll do it. Keeping with the Sharpie theme, I've got a Sharpie pen. I don't know if you guys knew Sharpie makes pens, but this is a very good pen. It's very thin. It's a fine point, and the great thing is that unlike the Sharpie that'll bleed right through a paper, these won't, and they dry just as fast, so it's great to have. And then I just have a regular zebra pen. These are great thin form factor pens, so they're easy to carry. Right, so put those back there. Got a general 4-in-1 mini screwdriver set. This is pretty much the same version that you can find on Connicom. They're a mechanic screwdriver. So you have a flathead and a Phillips on one end, one size, and then a little bit smaller on the other end. Alright. And this last one right here is the Kershaw bit driver set. This is pretty good to tighten or loosen up your knives, but it also will fit a lot of the Oakley glasses, so it's pretty much dual purpose. So yeah, I carry that one also. In this pocket back here, I've got a small, very thin notebook. Just got a couple of pages in there, so if I need to write something down or use paper for starting a fire or anything like that, if I needed to, there you go. I'm not a big person as far as carrying paper goes. I do have an iPhone, and it's got a notes application, so if I really had to take some notes, I would just pull that out and just go in there and write it down. Then back here, I just have a small first aid kit. Just got some bandages, alcohol wipes, just kind of everyday items that you'll use, if you run into any type of paper cuts or nicks or whatnot. And then back here, it just has a key keeper with a little, I guess, carabiner style. Don't really use that, but it's always good to have it. Now, this particular carrier did have, and I don't know if you guys can see right here, these Velcro strips. It had another flap that kind of sat on here, but I cut it off and burned the ends off because I felt that it made it too bulky. And it's more of an MP3, what they marketed as an MP3 holder on there, and I really don't use that for it. Again, I have an iPhone which has an iPod in it, so that's my MP3 player there. In this pocket right here, you have a hand sanitizer spray from Walgreens. Pretty self-explanatory on the use of that. And behind it, I have a CRKT Dogfish fixed blade knife. It's got a paracord wrap that I did with a cord lock from Connicom at the end. And basically this is just a utility knife, a small utility knife that I keep in there. I don't use it for anything, so the blade is pretty sharp. And you know, it's just basically if I were to need it as a backup or anything like that, and it does have a bottle opener at the end. So again, dual purpose gears, it's always good to have. On the other end right here, I have a little kind of keychain EDC deal here. And it's, as you guys can see, it's the majority of the stuff from CountyCom, but I do have this paracord attached to it, and attached to the paracord is a Benchmade mini sharpener, just touching up the knives if I have to, you know, just something small to carry. Got the peanut lighter from CountyCom. Got the little light from CountyCom. So it's a backup last-ditch light, very bright, very small. Got the Pico Ouija bar for prying stuff open, boxes, crates, whatnot, because you should not be using your knives. I've learned that the hard way to do that. You'll break the tip off of them. I've got this, this is a small, it's actually an Oakley screwdriver, and it's designed to fit some of their lenses, flathead and Phillips to tighten up the legs. And then this is all attached with a size 0 S-beaner, which comes in handy if I have to detach anything from there in a hurry. And last thing down here in this pocket is got a small Altoids tin. Basically, what's in here is just a couple of Motrin, Tylenol, whatnot. You're always going to run into people that it's all have headaches or whatnot, and it's always good to have something to share with them. There's not a lot of people think about carrying that either. So that's pretty much for all the pockets on the inside. One last thing that I do have, which a lot of people don't really think about, and I did see this on somebody's video. I just can't recall whose it was, but I thought it was a great idea. You have your patch Velcro out here. Right behind it, got two items. They're very thin, so they fit in there, and you can't even tell they're in there. First one is a handcuff key. It's just something good to have. It doesn't take up a lot of space. I'm not paranoid by any means, but this will obviously be if I were to find myself in a situation where I'm handcuffed illegally. Obviously, not if the police handcuffs you, but if for some reason I find myself in handcuffs by somebody else, then if I have this with me, I have that option to get out. The other one is right here. It's an SOG Fusion Micron, and as you can see, let me see what I can. This is the CountyCom light. So comparison in width, as you guys can see, this is half the width of the CountyCom light. And again, this is more of a last-ditch knife. It's got the Tanto blade on there, and as you can see, SOG. It's got a lanyard hole in the back. And I don't use this knife at all for anything. So obviously I have a razor's edge there. So if I ever needed it, all I have to do is pull that patch out, and it'll come right out, and there it is to use it. So that's about it. If you guys have any questions on the gear, or find out where you can get any of this stuff, feel free to leave me a message or contact me, and I'll be happy to point you in the right direction. Also, if you have any questions as far as how the gear uses or anything, let me know. Alright? Thanks.